Hey, good Wednesday morning. Hope everybody's feeling well and hope your week's been decent up to now. Maybe even better than decent, right? So anyway, we're Monday we talked about Charles Stanley's life principles. He's got 30 of those in a little Bible study. We did the first five, so today we're going to do 6 through 10, and we'll focus on number 9 today. So here we go. Read them and then offer a few comments, and then we'll look at number 9 a little deeper maybe. You reap what you sow, more than you sow, later than you sow. And that's just a fact of life. Farmers know that. And again, even not only in the farming world, but in our own lives, that's true. I think we all can attest to that. So, knowing that, let's go out and sow good stuff and not bad stuff, and plant some good seeds in people's lives, and just see what happens and see what comes up, right? So, number 7, life's dark moments only last as long as it's necessary for God to accomplish His purpose. And not a fun one to have to discuss, and we've talked about tough times before in these little videos and probably will again because we all face them at different points in our lives. But just know that even though we don't understand, and even though we want to, you know, ask God why, and that's necessary. That's common. We're all human beings. Um, just know that for whatever reason, He has a purpose, and sometimes those tough situations are used to accomplish that purpose. That's not a great answer, but just again, continue to cling to Him. As a buddy of mine says, He's not deaf, so you don't have to scream. But if you do scream at Him, He's not the nervous type, and it won't bother Him. So, you know, talk to God. Number 8, fight your battles on your knees. You'll win all of them. So that helps us with number 7 a little bit, right? You know, go to God and take everything to Him. And I've told you the story, about my little rubber ball, asking Him to help me find that when I was an 11-year-old kid or 12-year-old kid. And so nothing's too small for Him, nothing's too hard for Him. And we'll, talk about some of those things, as we go forward as well. So He created this universe and put it all in place. So He's smart enough to do that and to create this human body that's a magnificent marvel of manufacturing. I just came up with that. That was pretty good there off the cuff, the 3 little M's there. But proud of myself. Hey, but if He can do all that, He can take care of our problems. So let's go to Him with those, right? Number 9, trusting God means looking beyond our sight to see what He sees. And we'll come back to that in just a second and finish up on that. And then number 10, if necessary, He will move heaven and earth to show us His will. So he loves us. We're His children. And all you parents out there know that y'all would do everything in your power for them. Just think how much more God will do for us because He's way more powerful than we are. His love is way larger than ours is. And His love is a perfect love. So if He's got something for you to do and He asks you to do it, again, kind of harkening back to Monday's thing, just go, say, hey, let's go do it. And it's His responsibility from there to make that happen. And, I remember the walls of Jericho. They walked around 7 days, and on the 7th day, those walls fell down because they did what He said to do, and supernaturally, right? So if necessary, He'll move heaven and earth for you. So trust Him. Okay, number 9, trusting God means looking beyond our sight to see what He sees. And Hebrews 11:1, Hebrews 11 is called the chapter of faith, or the chapter of faith, Hall of Fame, however you want to call it. Verse 1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Most of you probably have memorized that verse. And so, again, we have to have faith in Him, that He knows what He's doing, and that He can see way more than we can. We can see the little picture. He created and sees the big picture. And I'll read a couple other verses there, verses 7 and 8. So pardon me while I look down for just a second to read those to you as well. By faith, Noah, being divinely warned of things not yet seen, moved with godly fear, prepared an ark for the saving of his household, by which he condemned the world and became the heir of the righteousness which is according to his faith. So, again, he was doing what God told him to do. There had been rain on the earth before. God had always watered the earth with dew, but there had never been rain. And God says there's going to come a flood. And Noah took him at his word and worked 120 years on that ark, preaching to people the whole time. But again, he, by faith, saw what God saw and trusted God. And then in verse 8, by faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to the place which he would receive as inheritance. And he went out not knowing where he was going. So again, just trusting God to, lead the way. And again, when somebody says, I'm going, but I don't know where I'm going, that's a lot of faith, right? So again, let's trust God's sight and follow him where he says to go, and just trust him. He's dependable. And sometimes even our best friends and best counsel will give us, not meaning to probably, but give us some bad ideas or bad suggestions. But God's not like that. So let's depend on him, right? All right, that wraps up today's thing. We've gone 6.5 minutes, so that's way long for one of these little chats. But we'll see you again Friday. Remember, God loves you. We love you. Praying for you. Where's that finger? Boom, right there. All right, man. See you Friday. Bye.